Alright, this is my list of the Beatles. Unsurprisingly, my least favorite Beatles album is Beatles for Sale. A lot of it's just filler songs, and they really do nothing new or different than they have done before. Yeah. Tied for my least favorite Beatles album is the album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I just really think this is overrated, and I think people like this way too much, more than it really needs to. And it just gives me no happiness to listen to this album. Really, it gives me no life. Gives me no. My next least favorite one is another predictable one, to be honest. A lot of people pick this as a least or second least. It's Rubber Soul. A lot of their songs in this don't really break any new ground, to be honest. And there's stuff that the Beach Boys were doing at the time that they just replicate. And there's just nothing really different or new on this that they haven't done before this album. That's why it's my second least favorite. This is probably a controversial one this time. My third least favorite is actually Beatles Rock and Roll Music, which is an album they did. It's just a compilation of their already, all the songs that they had already done, and really doesn't do anything new or different that they haven't done before. They play Twist and Shout on this, and they already played that and Let It Be, a much better album. So they also play I Wanna Be a Man, which again was on Let It Be. It's just not a really good album, to be honest, and I would probably give this a 3 out of 10. But yeah, let's get straight into the next one. My fourth least favorite is Hard Day's Night. Again, they don't really do anything different here that they do in the other albums. And this is filler songs, really. Another predictable one, again, I'm sorry, I'm all with the hot takes, I know, but Abbey Road is my fifth least favorite Beatles album. Really, it's just a bunch of songs that don't really connect to each other. The songs don't really have a lot of meaning, like Polythene Pam, who cares, really? A Mean Mr. Mustard, just doesn't do anything for me. Another one, my next one, is the Beatles' number one. Although this is a compilation album, they're all the Beatles' number one songs, so that it's better, and I actually really like it because of that. Because they're all their number one songs, and I really like She Loves You and Ticket to Ride. Those are my two favorite Beatles songs. So I'd recommend this 100%. Now the next on my list, literally just before we get into the really good stuff, the White Album. Now, I love the White Album, but it just isn't good. Now, this is the better stuff. Obviously, Let It Be is not their best album, because they're not at the peak of their game, but it's still a really solid album, and I commend them for trying, at least. Now, next on the list is Let It Be the movie. Now, this brings a way more raw performance from all the four Beatles, and I really like this way more than the Let It Be album because of that. It's more raw, it's more Beatles. So to start off my top 5, in 5th place is Paul McCartney's Coming Up. Now, I don't really know why this isn't in any of the Beatles albums. It's more of a single, but I really, really like the song, and I love Paul McCartney. Now, the next on my list is Help by the Beatles. Now, although they don't spell help on the front cover, I really commend them for trying. Sometimes it's hard to spell. And yeah. Next on my list is number 3, Magical Mystery Tour. My favorite song on this album is I'm the Walrus, which connotes a deep sense of emotion and feeling. A lot can be derived from that song. I really think it means a lot. Has a lot of meaning to it, and yeah, it symbolizes a lot. Okay, so this is a bit of a controversial one. Not a lot of people would say this is their second favorite, but for me it is. My second favorite is actually Yellow Submarine. This is a really wholesome record, lots of wholesome songs. Has a great score composed by George Martin for the Beatles movie Yellow Submarine. And I love Hey Bulldog. It's just a great album altogether. I recommend it. Okay, now this is my most favorite Beatles album, one that I would recommend the most to people. It's With the Beatles. Now this is like when they were at their A game, okay? Every song they were doing was perfect, sublime, amazing. And especially the Australian cover, which is better than the US and UK release. It's just great altogether, and I'd really recommend this one. So yeah, thank you for listening to my list. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and see you.